Well, still ahead at this hour, Congress gearing up to certify the election results of the 2024 election and finalize President-elect Donald Trump's win there. Today brings the president-elect one step closer to beginning his second term in just 2 weeks. It also marks 4 years since the deadly attack on Capitol Hill. So let's bring in CBS News political reporter Olivia Rinaldi from West Palm Beach, Florida, very close to Mar-a-Lago. Olivia, there are still 200 cases pending as the president-elect prepares to retake office. What are Trump's plans for those individuals?
Yeah, Liz, it's good to be with you. And that is the question at this moment. What happens to all the people who were convicted for their actions on January 6th? Trump, throughout his time on the campaign trail, pledged to pardon at least some of them and stop the investigations into many of them. So we know that that is something that is on the table and something he is considering. And this means that some of those individuals who were charged with breaching the Capitol, that perhaps brought weapons, who attacked police officers, who prohibited an official federal proceeding from going forward on January 6th, will have their records wiped clean. This is also one of the biggest Justice Department investigations that has ever occurred. There are almost 1,600 individuals who have been charged, investigated as a part of this investigation. And that means that largely the work of the DOJ over the last 4 years since that attack on the Capitol will be wiped away too.
And Olivia, President-elect Trump's team has been hitting the airwaves, giving a preview of what's to come in the days and months into his presidency. What are they saying?
Yeah, well, we're hearing a lot about what the first actions Trump could take will look like. 17 is the number to beat, Liz. That is the number of executive orders that Biden signed on his first day in office back in 2021. And now those executive orders ranged from climate to immigration to COVID. There were a lot of COVID executive orders that he passed or wrote during those times. And also one of the things that he passed as far as immigration was he halted construction of the U.S.-Mexico border. That's the infamous border wall that Trump always talks about. That's something Biden did on day one. So aides and allies close to President-elect Donald Trump have been saying that he will be signing a slew of executive orders, and we know that they will cover immigration, energy. They've talked about military policy as it relates to what they call, quote, wokeness in the military. So a lot on the agenda for Donald Trump on his first day in office, and that happens in just 2 weeks. We're 14 days away from January 20th, when that will be Inauguration Day and he's set to take office.
And while we have you here, Olivia, I want to talk to you about Trump's New York sentencing set to take place on Friday. His lawyers have asked the court to notify them by 2 p.m. on whether they will proceed with sentencing on Friday. What's the very latest on that?
Yeah, we're all standing by to hear what the judge in New York is going to say, or what the court in New York is going to say, rather, about Trump's sentencing on Friday. He will be sentenced as part of the hush money trial, where he was found guilty on 34 felony counts related to payments to Stormy Daniels. That story's been told, but the next part of the story is sentencing. Now, Judge Merchan last week scheduled Trump's sentencing for January 10th. That is this Friday. Trump's lawyers have indicated that they're going to try to ask the state appeals court to get involved to perhaps reverse Judge Merchan's decision. And they argue that while the appeals court takes this up, that there should be a stay put on, that there should be no sentencing in the meantime while they wait for the appeals court to make this decision. And they asked the court to let them know by 2 p.m. today what their decision is going to be, whether or not they're going to take up this case, whether or not sentencing will move forward. So a lot of questions, a lot up in the air. I suspect you'll be busy in the next couple of hours as you have Trump's certification and then the details of his sentencing coming up as well.
Busy with that, busy with all the other events going on this week, no question. CBS News political reporter Olivia Rinaldi. Thanks so much, Olivia.